This presentation is by Lane, Cortni-Morgan, and Jamie, and we are Team Business Gals. So our business is called Pockets Galore, and it's a clothing boutique that provides bigger, more functional pockets for women. Our original idea was an on-the-go pocket, and after we completed our primary research, which included a survey as well as secondary research, we found that although an on-the-go pocket could be useful, there was already a lot of research on women's pocket size and usability. Women's pockets are often fake or too small to actually hold items like cell phones and keys, and although women have things like purses, it isn't always convenient to have to carry a large purse or a wristlet, and women need convenient, hands-free, secure ways to hold their items. So we decided to change our product to a clothing line that would provide women with larger, more functional pockets. Our problem statement was, women of all ages with different marital statuses and different living areas all need a way to securely hold their items while keeping their hands free. Surprisingly, women's pockets are much smaller and less functional than men's. This market problem will be solved with our new clothing line providing women with larger, more functional pockets. Pockets Galore would stand out from other clothing lines because there are currently no lines that specifically focus on providing women's pockets with a goal of functionality rather than looks. While the most research has been done on women's pants pockets, we want our pockets to be useful on all outfits, so we will include everything from jeans, leggings, and sweatpants to dresses, skirts, and gym clothes. For our primary research, we sent out a survey. This survey was sent out about our original idea, the on-the-go pocket. The survey responses ultimately helped us decide to move forward with our clothing line. Some of the qualities that participants said they would look for in pockets included being durable and sturdy, so they would be able to hold larger items like phones, being secure with zippers or other ways to close so the items are kept secure, and they would still want the pockets to be fashionable and available with various outfits. On the left side of this slide, you can see a word cloud where the words that were mentioned the most are larger, and you can see that being able to fit a phone in the pocket is a top priority. Even though we changed our product, these are all things that we could incorporate into the pockets on our clothing. Our secondary research is where we really found the problem that we wanted to tackle, the need for women's pockets to be larger and usable. Lining up with our primary research, we found that only 40% of women's front pockets are large enough to hold the 3 leading smartphone brands. Women's pockets, on average, are 6.5% narrower and 48% shorter than men's. Although people might think that this is because women are generally smaller than men, this proves to be false. The image below is a comparison of men's versus women's pockets from the same style and waist size of jeans for comparison. If you're interested, the first site on our Works Cited page has some awesome interactive tools that show the lack of function and size of women's pockets, and you should check it out to learn more. We completed a SWOT analysis to highlight our business's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some of our strengths include the fact that people are always in need of clothing, and we will be providing innovative ideas and products to meet the market need. We will have the ability to sell our products online, which is a huge market for clothing companies today. We will be able to develop a loyal customer base and find ways to expand revenues. Weaknesses include the fact that competitors could develop similar products quickly, and there may be limited flexibility in pricing. Our company would be starting out with a newer product without reputation, which could be a negative point for the brand among so many other clothing retailers. There would be many opportunities for our brand, including expansion of in-store and online sales, including having a standalone website as well as profiles on third-party websites. Social media platforms could also be an opportunity to expand marketing and advertising. Some threats to our company could include price competition because of the sheer amount of clothing lines that exist in-store and online. Again, a threat is that other companies could develop clothing items or lines with very similar ideas quickly. Increases in price inputs could also lead to upward pricing on our products.
So our SWOT analysis brings us into our blue ocean thinking strategy in which we would hope to eliminate things like traditional ideals of fashion, which we think often hinder the clothing options that women have, the need for using a purse. We'd like it to serve as an accessory rather than a necessity, and the idea that women's clothing cannot be functional as well as being fashionable. We would also like to raise things like the functionality of fashion, as well as increase some market research into the needs and wants of our woman target audience. And we'd like to raise activities that generate creativity as well as productivity around our office. Along these lines, we would reduce creating fashion trends. We would rather have our clothing be based on the responses of what women need rather than telling them what they need, as well as reducing the cost and exclusivity of our brand so it's more open to everybody. We would like to create workshops, and in these workshops we can learn new needs of future target audiences as we kind of go into our market research idea. And we'd also like to create internal employment payment structures for further growth down the line because we see our company expanding a lot. Next, we're going to talk about our mission, our vision, as well as our values. Our company's mission is to build a company around functional pockets in retail for women while providing excellent customer service and meaningful products that enhance customers' day-to-day lives. I think this will really keep us on our goal that we have as a company. Our vision is to become a company that women can rely on to satisfy all their needs regarding pockets and becoming a leader in customer value and satisfaction. And the core values that we hope to guide our company will be value, innovation, responsibility, satisfaction, craftsmanship, and creative expression. Finally, we're going to go a little bit more in depth with our business model canvas, in which we assess things like our key partners, which would be fabric companies, social media management, web design, as well as some clothing stores and boutiques we could outsource to. Key resources would include things like fabric machinery, supplies and warehouses, delivery truck staff, designers, as well as website and social media contents, as pretty much expected. Some of our key activities would include needing to produce clothing that appeals to all ages of women. We want to make sure that our management of staff is in line with our values and mission. Our social media activity would be really important and really set us apart as a brand, and making our website appealing and easy to use would definitely be a key activity. Our value proposition would be you can finally fill your pockets, the clothing line with bigger, better, more useful pockets for women. Our channels would include, it would flow similar to anything of an online shopping business. Customers would select products through the website and receive them in the mail, and we're hoping that over time we'd be able to move our channels to brick and mortar stores. And as a company with our customer relationships, we would strive to make the customers the center of everything that we do and all of our activities. We would like our products to be meaningful towards them. We put customer satisfaction at a very high value. It's in our cores. And this, we would like to have an ideal customer relationship with our company. And then to look into our customer segments, we believe that it would largely be young women with an eye for fashion, based on our research. So we designed our product to suit the needs of those women who want to dress fashionably and functionably at a reasonable cost. But we'd also hope that over time we could expand into more customer segments, different ages and ranges of women. And then to look at our cost structure, we pretty much predict that in the early years, a lot of our allocation will be fixed costs, things like internal design and development. But we'd like to keep our cost attainable for everybody else. And then over time, we'd probably see a growth in our costs, especially in departments like improvement and research. And then finally, our revenue streams. In these early stages, we would have a really simple revenue stream. It would only be revenue produced from our online channel. However, over time, this would probably get a little more complicated because we'd like to offer payments that you would have typically in brick and mortar stores. Finally, from the whole group, I want to say thank you. Thank you from the Business Gals. And this is our works cited page.